Hello, it's me Jamie, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I'm going to be starting it at 12 o'clock midday today, which is Wednesday, and then I'm going to be going to midday tomorrow. So I am beyond excited. I haven't done a 24-hour readathon in such a long time, and this one is going to be contemporary themed. Like, I only want to read contemporary books. The reason I decided that is because I know that those books are the ones that I read the fastest, and they're really what I'm enjoying at the moment. I'm actually going to be doing this with Chloe from Books with Chloe as well. She's not necessarily following the same theme, but she said that she was keen to do a 24-hour readathon with me, so I think we'll be like checking in with each other throughout the readathon. But yeah, I'm just really excited. I thought I would quickly talk to you about my TBR for today because it's currently 11 o'clock, so I have an hour before we start. I'm going to talk through my TBR with you, and then I'm going to go and have some food, and then hopefully by the time I've done all that, I will be ready to start reading. I think the first book I'm going to start with today is Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. This is a YA contemporary about a black trans boy. I think it's very much a story about first love, but also coming to terms with your identity and dealing with bullying for basically just being who you are and being part of the LGBTQIAP+ community. So I'm very excited to read this. I have heard nothing but good things about it. Like, everyone that I have seen talk about it has said that it's like amazing, like best book of last year. So I think this will be a very quick, easy read as well, because it's like 350 pages and like the font's pretty big, and yeah, this one I've been waiting to read for ages, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. I'm also in the middle of The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. I'm on page 274, and so I've got like this much left, so I feel like this will be a really easy one to just finish off. This is a new adult romance, and it's pretty good. It's like definitely not 5-star or even 4-star potential at the moment, but I'm still really enjoying like reading the story, and yeah, I really love that it's like very focused on family relationships as well as the romance. I do actually talk about this quite a lot in my most recent weekly reading vlog, which will be out before this vlog, I think. So if you do want to hear more like in-depth thoughts for this one and like the synopsis and stuff like that, I recommend checking that video out. But yeah, this is going to be an easy read for the day. I think I'm also going to start my library book, The Last True Poets of the Sea. I got this out from the library last week, and this one I really know nothing about, but I know that it's a YA contemporary. It's sapphic. It's set in a remote town, and it's also very much based on like family history and family relationships. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I know that it's a bit of an emotional read as well, and you know, I'm in lockdown, I've been feeling a lot of emotions, so it'd be good to have a good cathartic cry. So yeah. I'm also very keen on reading Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. I have no idea what this is about, but I know that it's an adult contemporary. The synopsis really gives me nothing. It just says, a darkly comic and bitingly subversive take on life, love, race, and family. Queenie will have you nodding in recognition, crying in solidarity, and rooting for an unforgettable character. So I feel like this is going to be a very, very like character-based book and theme-based book, rather than like hugely like full of like plot and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks really, really good, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I think it would be nice just for my brain to pick up a adult contemporary amongst the like new adult and YA that I have. So yeah, definitely keen on reading this. And then I also have all 3 Heartstopper graphic novels, which I cannot believe I haven't read yet, but I have owned for such a long time. Honestly, I'll probably just read one of these in between each like full novel, and I think that'll be a really easy way to get as much reading done as possible. Oh my god. Okay, Caitlin, if you're watching this, we've solved the mystery. So sitting in the middle of this Heartstopper Volume 3 is all my BTS photo cards that I thought had gone missing when I moved house. And me and Caitlin like would like search my room and be like, where are my BTS photo cards? And here they all are. Wow. Sorry, that was so random. Anyways, but yeah, I think these will be a really nice, easy read. And this is very much just about a male-male relationship during high school, and I just think it'll be really fun. Like, I really love the art style, and yeah, those will be nice, easy ones to break up the like intensity of reading, oh my god, 4 full-length novels today. Yeah, this TBR isn't like completely strict. Like, I'm very spoiled for choice in terms of contemporaries. I have a lot on my bookshelf and I have a lot on my Kindle, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for at the moment. I'm going to go make some food, and I will see you guys later when I start the readathon Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so it's 15 minutes till midday. So I think I'm gonna go and make a cup of tea. I've already had a coffee this morning, so I don't want to like burn myself out with too much coffee. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea, set up the ASMR rooms, and get started. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll update you, I think maybe when I get to like past the first hour of the readathon, or maybe like the first 100 pages of the book. I'm not sure, but I'm so excited.
She bought the new collection, sequins and deception. Should've read my gift in something that's not for you. And she does her quinoa salad, served with a hot fat ballad. That makes a hungry man recoil. Smaller, cheaper, not a keeper. But she said, Cindy, don't cry, and I don't wanna lie. You're better off without me here, Cindy, don't cry, and I don't wanna lie.
Okay, so it's like 1:15 and I've only been doing this for like an hour and 15 minutes, but oh my god, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but there is the most annoying construction sound right outside, and I'm just like, why? I'm on page 113 of Felix Ever After, and I'm not sure how I feel about it at the moment. Like, it's good, like it's definitely good, like it's definitely not getting a 1 or 2 star rating, but I'm not getting the 5-star vibe from it just yet. I really like the characters and the story that is being created. Usually with my contemporaries though, I like the, you know, the voice, the narration, the like writing style to be filled with like wit and I don't know, just be really funny and like, you know, a lot of banter, and I feel like I'm getting less of that in the actual like writing style, like the first person narration. Love the dialogue though, like love the dialogue between Felix and his best friend Ezra and his nemesis Declan. I definitely think there's going to be a bit of a love triangle situation between Ezra, Felix and Declan, but I honestly at this stage don't know where it's going to go. Felix will end up with one of those boys, but I don't know which one, which is great because usually with love triangles the author does a pretty shitty job of like incorporating any sort of mystery and you know who he's going to end up with, but this one it's like I actually don't know, which is nice. I love that Felix is very flawed as a person. He's very like, he's quite malicious, and he's like come up with this whole revenge plan for Declan where he's gonna like catfish Declan and then like manipulate him into telling him a secret and then expose it to the world because he thinks that Declan has basically committed a hate crime against him and like posted photos of Felix before they transitioned, including Felix's dead name. Felix doesn't actually have any evidence that it is Declan, so it's one of those things that I think is going to go very horribly wrong, but I am excited to see how it goes. And I also really love the nuanced conversation that Felix is having with us, the readers, as potentially not being black and white, I'm a boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Felix is actually coming to terms with the fact that they might actually be non-binary and pretty gender fluid. Literally every single character in this book is queer, so loving that. Yeah, there are some characters that really make me angry, like Marisol. I hate that bitch so much. And also I am really interested to see what happens with Felix and his parents. I really hope there's a storyline with his mum, which I really hope we get to see more of, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm basically gonna keep reading, and I'm also gonna have a treat. It's a cream egg. So that's a reward for getting past the first hour and first 100 pages. My treat. Okay, I'll update you again soon. I'm literally crying and it's not even sad. I'm literally crying happy tears for these characters in Felix Ever After. Okay, so I think I've got like 1 or 2 chapters left. So I'm gonna finish the book and then I'll give you the full thoughts and like why I'm crying. So I finished Felix Ever After and I cried happy tears, like the whole ending of it. I actually really liked it. I think when I was reading it I was like, this is 4 stars, like this is like doesn't have that 5-star feel, but I think the ending really made it for me and gave it that like final star that it needed. And also like thinking about the actual structure of the story and like Felix's character development throughout it was just so freaking good. Like, oh, I'm actually so happy with how this book ended, and I just love it so much. Felix as a person, he had so many flaws, and his development was so natural. It was very much reminiscent of the way I feel about Mary H.K. Choi's characters, so that could also be another reason why I love it. And Ezra as well was like such an amazing character. He's Felix's best friend. Oh, I'm just really happy that like there are stories like this out there for people who can identify with Felix and Ezra and like everyone else in the book. I'm so happy. I just love queer stories so much. The love triangle definitely didn't go the way that I expected, but I'm happy that it went that way, definitely. Like, yeah, it was very unexpected. And the person who was committing the hate crimes is someone that I did suspect early on, but I had quite a few suspicions. But he was definitely someone that I suspected, and so the fact that I was right, I was like, yes, but it just made sense for it to be that person. I just loved it. I loved it so much, and yeah, I'm really happy that this is the first book that I read for my 24-hour readathon. It's now like 3:45, so I read that in 3 hours and 45 minutes. I'm pretty stoked with myself, especially because I took a few TikTok breaks as well and texted Chloe and stuff during it. So yeah, now I am feeling a little sleepy, so I'm gonna go and get an energy drink. It's really hot, so I don't want to have a coffee, so I'm just gonna have like a cold energy drink. And then I was going to finish The Simple Wild, but I don't really want to read about straight people at the moment now that I'm like kind of on this buzz. So I think I'm gonna read Heartstopper, the first volume. That will take me like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll probably read Last True Poets of the Sea, because that is a sapphic book. But yeah, I'm just glad that this contemporary 24-hour readathon kind of turned into like a queer love stories readathon. We'll see what the Last True Poets of the Sea is like, and I'm sure I'll finish The Simple Wild and maybe start Queenie at some stage. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get my energy drink and maybe sit outside. It's not quite raining just yet. It is supposed to rain today, but I might sit outside, read Heartstopper and get my drink. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, hello guys, it's 8 o'clock and I thought I'd finally do a little update. I finished Heartstopper a little while ago. It did take me about 45 minutes to read it, and I absolutely loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. I didn't realize how quick it would go and how little content it would actually have. Like, as you can see, the panels are really large and there's not much dialogue on one page. So even though it is like, you know, like 250 pages or something, there's really not a whole lot that happens. Like, this first volume is very much like one of our main protagonists, Nick, here coming to terms with his sexuality and kind of figuring out his feelings, and Charlie falling in love with Nick and them just really getting to know each other, becoming friends at this all boys school and finding each other. But no, absolutely loved this. Didn't expect for it to end on such a huge cliffhanger, but very excited to get to the second volume once I finish the book I'm currently reading. I also managed to finish The Simple Wild maybe like half an hour ago. I had just over 100 pages left and I finished that. I've also had things like went and got dinner and did a little bit of scrolling on TikTok and stuff like that. So I haven't really been reading the entire time, but even though it's 8 o'clock, it's been less than 12 hours, I've still finished 3 books. So I'm feeling pretty good. But yeah, I finished The Simple Wild. I rated it 3 out of 5 stars, which is basically what I thought I was going to rate it the entire time I was reading it. Like, it really didn't drop down or anything when I was reading it, and it picked up, but it didn't pick up like heaps. So it is a high 3 stars. I did really enjoy it, and I do definitely think I'll be reading more of K.A. Tucker's books, and I'll definitely be reading the sequel. I didn't even know there was a sequel, but I do want to read the sequel because I do want to see what happens with our 2 characters. Love where they ended off and would be very happy if this was a standalone, but I definitely want to see them like as a couple. That's what I love about like romance series or like romance companion novels, where it's like about a different character within the same world, because you get little glimpses of the couple that you fell in love with in the first book, like at them together, which is always so satisfying. So I'm really excited to see how our like main couple in this series is going to be dealing with like the obstacles that come with a relationship and how they overcome it. So yeah, definitely keen. I did quite like the male love interest at the end, which was nice because I hated him so much at the beginning. I still don't really love him. Like, his attitude towards women wearing makeup is very like old-fashioned and just misogynistic, but like I really liked the way he was with our main character, with our main character's dad, all that sort of stuff. I won't go too much into this book because I do a lot of discussing it in the reading vlog that I most recently did, like the weekly one. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. Really did enjoy reading it, but I just can't bring myself to rate it any higher than that. And I also actually started The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I'm only on page 14. So I haven't read much at all, but already I'm very intrigued. Our main character just has this really great narration that is just very like edgy in a way, and she just seems really cool. Like, she definitely seems like a complete mess, but seems really cool. Like, within the first 14 pages, she's already shaved her head completely. And I'm like, queen, love that. So yeah, really excited. It definitely seems like it's gonna be a very heavy book, and I am going to be crying more tears, maybe not necessarily happy ones. Basically, in the first 14 pages, we realise that our main character's brother has attempted suicide, and our main character is like kind of an off-the-rails party girl. So she's been sent to stay with her uncle in a small town called Lyric in Maine, where her and her brother used to like spend summer holidays there. And so she's been sent to live with her uncle for a bit to kind of like control her partying and stuff like that. So I'm very interested to see what happens. It definitely looks like it's going to be very heavy, but yeah, I kind of love our main character already, and I'm very intrigued to see like her relationship with her uncle, her relationship with her parents, and what happens to her brother. So now I'm gonna go have a shower because I'm really sweaty. It's been a really, really hot afternoon, and even though I haven't really been active, I've been lying in the sun, lying in my bed, sweating up a storm. So yeah, I'm gonna go have a shower, and then I will make a coffee, my first coffee of the 24-hour readathon, and then come back and get into bed and read this. Or maybe actually I might read in the house, in the lounge. Who knows? Talk to you soon. Hello, it's officially midnight. So I have been doing this for 12 hours, and I am feeling good because I'm on my 4th book. So I feel like I've like made a lot of progress, and considering the Heartstopper book only took me like 45 minutes to read, maybe even less actually, I didn't really time it. But considering it took me a very short time to read, I know that I can get in the 2nd and 3rd volume at some stage. So I'm feeling pretty good, and I know I can definitely finish this because it's like the same amount of pages as Felix Ever After, and I finished that in like just under 4 hours. So yeah, I am definitely reading a bit slower though. Like, I'm on page 147 of The Last True Poets of the Sea, and I think it's just because like I did have a big conversation with my mum earlier, and like I've been just like taking a lot more time with this. It's also definitely slower paced than Felix Ever After, which is good. Like, I really like the slow pace, and I love all the characters in this book. Like, everyone has a very distinct voice. It's so sweet. I love Orion. He's a great character, and obviously Liv is like really cool. And I love Toby, who is our main character Violet's uncle. So I'm really enjoying like all the dynamics of the characters, and I'm really loving where the story is going. I honestly just feel like quite burnt out because I have been reading quite a lot, obviously, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep with this right now, or maybe start something else, like read another volume of Heartstopper, or maybe start Queenie. I think I do definitely need to start reading an adult book as well, just because like I love YA, but like I don't know if I want to read about more teenagers. So I think maybe what I'm going to do, maybe put this away for now, do a Heartstopper volume, and then see how I feel. But because I'm feeling kind of uninspired, I might watch some 24-hour readathons that I love on YouTube really quickly, just to re-inspire myself. It's definitely not the book's fault that I'm feeling uninspired. It's just the fact that I'm feeling like rather burnt out. So I think I'm going to do that for a little bit, just to like reignite the excitement, maybe have some more caffeine, and then start reading again. But of course I will keep you guys updated. I'm also going to be doing a live show with Chloe tomorrow morning, like in the last hour of the 24-hour readathon. So that will be really fun as well. So you guys will probably see that before you even see this video and like know what I've read for it. But yeah, I'm gonna watch some booktube, specifically 24-hour readathons, and then check in with you later. Okay, feeling inspired again, so time for Heartstopper Volume 2. Hello, it's now 2:30 in the morning. I've since finished Heartstopper Volume 2 and loved it just as much as the first one. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars, and it was so sweet to see Nick like doing all this really important stuff, and I don't want to like spoil it for anyone, but just know that this book is just really, really sweet. There's not really any like awful moments. It's just like perfect from beginning to end, and just really loved it. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one, and I can't wait to read the third one tomorrow morning. I also got up to over halfway of the last two parts of the sea. I'm now on page like 201 or 202, and I'm still really enjoying it. I wish I could. It's really heartbreaking hearing more of Violet's backstory and what she went through so young, and how she had to kind of become a teenager and become an adult very quickly because of the things that she was exposed to. It's still really good. I am really tired, so I'm going to just see how much more I can read of Last Two Parts of the Sea. I think it would be unwise to start a new book now when I'm like pretty tired. But yeah, I'm going to just try and keep reading and just let myself fall asleep kind of naturally while I read this. But I've set an alarm for quite early in the morning so I can get up and start reading again. So yeah, I'm just going to do some more reading, and I'll probably see you guys when I wake up. Good morning. I am so tired, but I woke up this morning. I didn't wake up when my alarms were going off. I kind of like kept pressing snooze just because my body was way too tired, but I think that's a good thing, so I can be like nice and fresh for the live. So it's 8:45, so I have just over 2 hours before I need to start the reading sprints on the live show with Chloe. So I think I'm gonna try and zoom through the rest of this and then read Heartstopper Volume 3 during the reading sprints. And so then I would have completed 6 books for the whole readathon. I did manage to get up to page 256 last night. I forgot what page I was on when I like last updated you guys, but yeah, I got up to page 256. So I have 130 pages left of this. I can definitely read that in 2 hours. Let's get started. I've got my coffee, and we're feeling fresh. So it's 10:30 and I finished The Last True Poets of the Sea. I think I'm actually gonna rate it 3 out of 5 stars. I really did like it, but I just think it kind of lost the magic for me about the halfway point. I didn't really connect to the characters all that much or the plot. I thought the writing style was incredibly engaging, incredibly witty. I really liked the author's voice, so I'd be very interested in picking up another one of the author's books. But as far as I know, this is her debut novel though, so yeah, I will have to wait for her to release something. But yeah, I just didn't really connect to the characters all that much. Like, that's kind of it really. Like, it just didn't create the emotional response out of me that I wanted it to, so that led to the book kind of dragging on a little bit towards the end for me. But I thought there were some really beautiful moments, and yeah, like I said, the writing style was just like very engaging and very stunning. So I think Julia Drake is a very talented writer. I think just the way that I felt about the book sits with me rather than like with the book itself. I also had no idea that this was a 12th Night retelling until I looked it up on Goodreads. I'm such an idiot. Like, I can see it now. Like, I feel like the plot there, like, it's very loosely based on 12th Night, but like the characters, like, our main character's called Violet. Her love interest, her two kind of like love interests are called Liv and Orion. So like Olivia and Duke Orsino. And then like our side characters are Felix and Mariah, who are clearly like Maria and Festi. So I love Shakespeare, and I think maybe knowing that, I would have gone into the book kind of a little bit more excited and been picking up more on like the themes of 12th Night and like the vibe. Kind of love that. Kind of love that it's 12th Night retelling. Kind of wish I knew that. That's where Last True Poets of the Sea is sitting. It's on the same kind of level as The Simple World for me. Like, both good books, but like didn't blow me away like Felix Ever After did, or the Heartstopper graphic novels. Speaking of Heartstopper, I am very ready to start volume 3, and I think I can definitely finish this during the live show because it doesn't take me long to read these at all. And if we're doing reading sprints where I'm doing nothing but reading this, that is absolutely fine. I might even start it if I get ready in time before the live show. So yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do now. I'm going to text Chloe, see how she's going, and then start getting ready for the live. I've got half an hour. I don't think I'm going to wear makeup, but I do kind of want to wear something a little bit cuter than my pajama top. So yeah, see you guys soon on the live. Also, I will definitely link the live show down below because it would have been streamed before this is up. So yeah, see you guys soon.
Yeah,
Hi guys, so the live show is officially over and that means so is the readathon. Oh my god, I had so much fun. That was the best live show and honestly best 24-hour readathon I've done in a really long time. I had so much fun, so I will definitely link the live show down below if you haven't seen it. Like, we only did 2 reading sprints and then the rest we just chatted, but a lot of people had some fun in the chat while we were reading, so it was just such a good time, so thank you everyone who came along. I did actually end up finishing Heartstopper Volume 3. I read most of it during the reading sprints, but because it is, like, you know, a pretty easy graphic novel to read, but because it's really big, like bigger than the other ones, I actually, after the readathon was finished, I really quickly read the, like, last third of the graphic novel, so I did kind of cheat, but it means that I officially finished 6 books for the readathon in 24 hours. That I feel so good about myself. That is just amazing. The best thing about it is that I didn't read a single bad book. Out of the 6 books I read, 4 of them were 5 stars. Yes, the 3 Heartstopper graphic novels are all 5 stars, so that makes for the 4 5-star books and then 2 3 stars. And 3 stars is like a good rating for me. That means that I liked the book, it just wasn't perfect. So I'm feeling really good. So yeah, I guess that's everything. I think my favourite book was definitely Felix Ever After. Let me know if you want me to do another 24 readathon like this where I do it with my friends, I do a live show, and I also kind of centre it around like one genre. I really enjoyed having like one genre to focus on. That honestly made for a really easy readathon. Like I didn't feel like I was jumping around and like it just was really fun. So I really would be keen on doing one for like romance. I'd be keen on doing one for thrillers, maybe fantasy, I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you guys would like to see. But yeah, that's kind of everything. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye.
She said, Cindy, don't cry, and I don't wanna